Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round here, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about
Okay.
it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California.
taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I got it complete.
Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Oakland Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Mike, 49. Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
It's just me and you. Mike 56. Mike 56. Right here.
Shotgun now for Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
We got 4. Check. Lucky. Kill.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. It's complete to Fuller. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready. 60 outlaw. Let's go one more. Let's go, Mike 50. Come to my work.
They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Out. Let's go. Russell. 56 to Muck, boys. 56. Check, 56.
To throw again. Taylor finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Rock 57. Hey, come on now. 57. Mike, 57. Watch the run.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the #1 thing he does best is tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Taylor. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 16 yards, a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's Taylor to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, #1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play.
Under 10.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Raiders' 5-yard line.
Henry, 57. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing today.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Bravo.
So that'll back him up 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
Here we go again. 57. Mike, 57. Check the out, check the out, check the out.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. It's complete to Williams. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Play action, now Taylor. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Brings up how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
High 7. This way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. 49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. I don't think you got it, son. Joker, 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 Joker.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Undercrush. Express. Undercrush. 49. 49.
Buzz.
In your face.
Hey, 734. 49's the mic. Watch 49.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Here's King. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Now Gordon on 1st down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Melvin Ingram picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Gordon. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. Gordon. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And Taylor's throw there should have been intercepted, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, but now it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Zoom, zoom. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Operating from the gun, Taylor. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case, because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And the pressure gets to him again. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return, it's King. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
On first down, it's Gordon. And he's got some space here. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, as the first half is winding down. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw, it's Carr. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half, it's Taylor. Got his man, it's Williams. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Play action, it's Taylor. Hunter Henry brings it in. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Taylor. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
I got him.
To throw is Taylor. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got it to Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. It was Isaiah Johnson there to make the stop.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Hey, let's get in that hole. Let's go.
They go play action now. Taylor. This is caught by Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
Mike 56. Mike's 56. Check. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Come on, D.
On 2nd and 11 now. Taylor. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Taylor now, operating from the gun. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Badgley's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to...
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
And the Chargers first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
March 56. March 56.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Taylor. It's Williams on the catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Taylor now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. This is Gordon. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 40. The 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door jar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Hey, we're good. warren85.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Taylor now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Taylor. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Chargers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Let's get it. Down. 188. Later 9. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
On 2nd and 15 now. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
49's the mic. You. Mike's 49.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
57's Mike. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
On 2nd and 12, Taylor. And that's complete. It's Green here. And now look at him go. 20. Touchdown, L.A. A.J. Green. 81 yards. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Now Taylor going to lead his guys up to go for 2.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Let's go, Buck.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie. 49. Express. 49 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike's 49.
Throwing again. Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, Haywood.
Carr now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I'm coming for you. You mine.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good. 185. Hey, check 24. Express. Get down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. So this